1. Yo, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Can-Am Connection. I'm one of your hosts, Talk with Thunder. You got Nathan Woodson. You got Tim Talmadge. Ryan SB might be meeting us. He's a busy guy these days.
You,
So hopefully,
I have a question for Tim to start off with.
yeah,
This Arizona versus California thing. When is
let's
it?
talk
And
about it.
when is it? And when will the teams be announced?
Hold on a second. Let me turn on my do not disturb.
There you go.
We are looking at August 1st.
Woo!
So plenty of time.
Plenty of time in Ontario at the Big Owl, same place they had the Kris Kringle. Some matches have already been formed.
Okay. I have another question before you go any further.
Yeah.
Is it one match per weight class, like 54, 76?
No, it's just matching up guys that we think, the best 11 to 13 matches that we can come up with. Obviously, every state has different caliber of people. Not everybody has a really good 176 guy, right? So there might some state we might not pull their best 76 guy because maybe we don't have one for him, right? So not every elite's got to get a match. There's going to be some high level amateur, low level pros that will have matches. We're just going to try to make the best card that we can possibly make. That's going to be able to bring home a state cup. Call it the Border Wars, whatever you want to call it. And then next year, we're going to bring it to Arizona, and they're going to bring a team over here, and we're just going to try to build it up.
I like that.
Say, what is the prize? Is there just a cup or
we haven't decided that? We haven't decided that. Like my super match events in the past, everybody gets a goodie bag. Whatever sponsors we come up with, we throw that inside the goodie bag. I usually put an Arm Sports Entertainment inside the goodie bag.
I got my coaster.
Yeah, some coasters, some whatever, some stickers, supplements, depending on who we get for sponsors. We have 8 months for this thing, right? So
you would.
Hey, Mr. SB, welcome to the show, man.
You would be drinking Tim Hortons.
Of course I am. What are you guys talking about?
What are we're talking about?
What are you talking about?
Arizona versus Cali that me and Travis are putting on in August 1st. We're going to put it on.
Oh, Cali takes it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but we'll see. There's a couple. I want to get a certain couple people more involved in Cali, and we don't have the caliber to have matches for them at, say that set weight class or whatever. So dabbling into maybe having a couple 4-man battle royals as super matches as well. Maybe one left-handed and one right-handed to get more people involved because, again, we might not be able to give everybody a match because we might not, can't stack up everybody against the Armenians. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many states that can do that, right? So, but there is
Don't
a lot.
You got a team to get together for the Tough Enough League? Don't you got, or not Tough Enough? The Tough League. Don't you got a squad to put together there too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know you can't talk about it, which I get that. I want to make sure that some of those guys don't cross over and
No, they won't. It'll be a lot of fun. It should be it should be an awesome tournament too. Like even some people that may not get picked already said they're going to come over for the tournament. And so there's going to be a lot of cool prizes, a lot of cool raffles, a lot of memorabilia raffles. It should be a lot of fun.
Well, I'm excited to see it, and hopefully, when is the roster going to get released?
It's undetermined. I mean, I would like to have. I mean, obviously, life happens, right? So, even if we release 90% of the matches today, 40% of them might even happen because you don't know who's going to do what in August, right? So, we're not in a too big of a hurry to release like a super match card on it because again, things change and some people we've asked, they're like, oh, we can't commit that far out. Like, we don't know what we're doing in April. So, I don't know. I would like to have it out by April would be my goal.
April, May, something like that.
Yeah, I mean that would be great, and then that gives the time for people to see it and make travel arrangements if they want to come watch in April to August, to buy some flights. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty good.
So today's open topic, and last week I saw something, yes, we're talking East versus West, sorry, but I saw a match that got put out there, and I was did I see my eyes correctly when I saw Michael Todd versus Kamil Jablonski? Did I see that correctly, or was that like a misprint?
No, that's 100% factual.
And then Michael made a comment that he has to win to get his match with Levon. He made that comment in a post.
I mean, Michael has been clamoring for the match with Levon for a long time, and if you think about it, like there isn't an elite level super match guy Michael hasn't pulled in the past 30 years, right? So,
That's true.
I mean, it's kind of only fitting he does get the opportunity at some point to pull Levon, and with
Mhm.
Levon coming back off injury, like it might be a great test for both of them. Levon gets to test out the bicep tear. Michael gets his shot at Levon. Um, I mean, it's going to be an interesting match regardless. I mean, we do know that Levon does have a press. We saw him press Devin round one of their match, and I'm sure that press is very strong based upon the size of him. So, to me, it's a very interesting match.
Because didn't we just see this not too long ago?
We saw it in Florida, is where the Camille Michael match happened, the North
Right.
American Vengeance.
So usually when you have a rematch, the one thing the four of us always say is that what's going to be different, whether it be Devin Levon, whether it be Gabby Barboa, Todd versus Arakli, we always sit there and say what's going to be different. So I pose the question one more time to you guys and in the chat, what's going to be different between these guys coming up on February 28th?
We don't know. Theoretically, I mean, you know where the match is going. It's going to be the press versus Michael's Kings. Or is Michael going to do like he did the one round and press him back and beat him with a shoulder roll instead of a flop press?
I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't want to say Michael's, how can I say this? I don't want to say he's predictable, but if he's going to do that quick here, it ain't coming to the when he's has 2 wins, that's when it will come out. He won't do that round 1 or round 2.
He tried it round 2 versus Georgie, but then he popped back out to the top roll.
He has 3 moves. It's the Kings, finish it and press, or it's the fake press, go back to Kings, or it's the quick wham. Those are his 3 moves. And you can almost predict when they're going to come up. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying you can predict when it's coming. When Michael Todd has two wins in the best of 5, rest assured that quick press is coming.
I mean, the match does make sense though from a ranking perspective because Michael beat Camille, but then Camille beat Jerry, who is ranked 2 spots above Michael. So then that moved Michael down to 7 and puts Camille at 5.
Yeah.
So I mean, realistically, for a rankings purpose, the match does make sense because you got to think then you got Levon, Devin, Hermes, Vitaly, and then Camille, which would be Michael, which is to me where Michael should be truly sitting right now with his win over Camille. But
now, do we know if this Hermes? I know he hasn't made an announcement. Do we know if he's still going to be in the heavies or is he dropping down to 253 or what?
I don't think it matters if he's at 115 or at supers. He's still a nightmare.
Yeah, no doubt.
People.
It's just a list of opponents we got to talk about at that point.
Yeah.
And honestly, when are we going to see him again?
I'm gonna guess Germany.
Probably Germany.
That's my guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they could throw him right in against Dave if they wanted to, but I know Dave said he wants somebody like Reno Masic or Ivan Matyushenko first. And to me, Reno deserves a title shot coming back after his injury, but I think a tune-up match is probably the best thing for Reno as well to make sure the arm's 100%.
And when you say tune-up match, we're not disrespecting the other opponents, just
No,
to make
like,
sure that
no, it's just, I'm not saying you go straight for a title shot, but you go against somebody within the top 10
yeah,
just to make sure everything's good. And there's nobody that's a quote unquote tune up in the top 10. They're all, elite level people. It's just, I
right.
mean, you still got to make sure you're okay.
No, I totally get that. So, Tim, did you get a chance to see some of the UAL event, LA Expo, just over this past weekend?
No.
No?
I was.
Topic over.
I was supposed to go, and
we're done with this topic.
I can't get my shoulder right yet, so I had to back out. I didn't want to
What's
risk
wrong with your shoulder?
It's been torn for some time since Australia.
Dude, what the fuck, man? You can't be getting hurt like that, man.
Yeah, it's being rehabbed right now. I was gonna go give it a go to try it out, and then Thursday I did a workout and I said no.
Whinged it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna risk it, so I'm gonna save it and give my all for Vienna.
Are you gonna be okay by then?
Whether I'm okay or not, I'm gonna give it my all in Vienna. Whatever happens.
There's always some
don't be getting hurt, man.
Yeah, whatever happens. I mean, it should. I mean, I got 40 some odd days away. I mean,
have you guys ever been 100% when you've been going into an event? Like you can say there are no aches, no pains. Everything is clicking perfect.
yeah, and that's when I lose.
I mean,
So-
even right now for me, like I still have an elbow issue. I just told to avoid it. There's some damage in there in the medial epicondyle UCL, but I'm also smart enough to be like, okay, how can I avoid you putting me directly on it? So, but no, my elbow's definitely not 100%. Hasn't been for the past 6 months.
I mean, sometimes you feel, if I feel 100%, then it's like, okay, something's wrong, because then it's like something's not, triggering me. But
you start getting that little bit of anxiety, like, oh God, am I okay? Like what?
yes,
Like
it's the waiting thing. But here, I got a better question. Do you think the phrase when it says, Tim's getting phone calls, do you think the phrase where it says, I'm in the best shape ever in my life, and people use that in the next match, and then the next match, and then the next match, do we think that phrase has been used too many times?
Depends who's using it, because I've heard like so and so 2.0, or all it's a new version of me, and there's a couple of elite guys that do that to death, and sometimes they look like they've completely changed themselves, and sometimes they look like just the same version that showed up last time.
Yeah, and I wonder, I'm like going, okay, what does that new version look like? You drop some weight to a new category, you beefed up, you got a different kind of move or whatever. And it's like going, like you just said, it seems like more oftentimes than not, it's like, yo, man, that's the same. You've done nothing different. But, how do we know? Only those athletes know what they do and how they feel and all that kind of stuff. We don't know. We're just going off of what they say. We got to kind of take that as,
for me too, like the way I gauge it is with my training partners, right?
Mhm.
Like gym numbers are one thing. Like, yeah, the gym numbers are going up. Cool. But if you can't take those gym numbers and put them directly to use on the table, the gym numbers truly don't mean crap. Right? So like I have some lifts that are up and I have some lifts that are down, but I'm still doing better with my training partners
Mhm.
because I've kind of gone away from working one facet of it and focused more on another. And by doing so, I can tell that like things are better.
No, and I get that. And you made a good point, because if we're talking about gym numbers and PRing on Pro Nation lifts and, curls and all that kind of stuff, that is good. But the key word in the whole phrase you said was apply. Does that apply to the arm wrestling table? Meaning that, okay, if I'm struggling here and I can't get that finishing power, now if I'm doing some tricep press or whatever, and all of a sudden now I got that finishing power, you can say, okay, I'm getting better. Or it might just be a bad angle you're at, you can't get it. Drag back or something, I mean, just something little as that,
I mean,
Just-
I think people. I mean, trust me. I think we all can agree. Higher numbers in the gym means you're stronger. Yes, but if you still can't apply it to what you do on the table, like let's use some of these giant bodybuilders and power lifters, like strong as an ox. But like, I mean, great example. So the CrossFit Games when it was in Fort Worth, I was hired out by Blender Bottle to set up a table at their booth and arm wrestle people. So myself, Danny Gillian, and Anthony Lowe, we arm wrestled around 400 to 500 people in a span of 3 to 4 hours. And like, you would have these guys come over that are just giant human beings that make me look like, microscopic, and they still couldn't do anything with me at the table because they just don't know how to apply their strength to the table, and I can take them out of their strength. So like, being strong is great, but being able to apply that strength in the right areas is key.
What do you guys think? I agree with that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. But I mean, I find myself in a situation very often where I simply cannot get other arms on the table, and most of that's my own fault. But I have to rely on everything in the gym. And I've done that.
Ryan beats up his training partners too much. That's what
Well,
that's
no,
what
I
we
mean,
heard.
there's been like 5-year periods where there just isn't any. Like, I'm in a
Yeah.
small community that's it's a bit of a trek.
You're welcome to come to Texas and train with us anytime you want.
It's been too long since I've been there.
I'm sure Danny let you stay at the lake house.
Yeah, you keep saying that. Run that by Danny and just say, hey, Brian wants to come down for a week. Maybe April-ish, and
The lake house is gorgeous. It's right on Lake Ray Hubbard. You can go down, sit on the dock, huge backyard, hot tub.
Is that just for him or for the rest of the people on the show?
Well, I mean, so there's a master bedroom that's got a king size, and the second bedroom has like, I think it's got you can sleep 7 in the other bedroom. So I mean, it's got bunk beds and stuff in it, custom made bunk beds with one of the not shuffleboard, but the game you play with sand on the table.
That's shuffleboard.
Yeah, that's shuffleboard.
No, shuffleboard you push on the ground, I thought.
No.
That's a different shuffle.
Okay, well, shuffleboard. There's a shuffleboard table in there, and the fridge is always stocked with alcohol. And
well, it will be until we're done.
So you're saying April, we do some training, then we run a podcast when we're all in the same room? Sounds good.
Oh, can you imagine that? Man.
Nathan, you tell Danny that you planned it all out, and then we'll be down there.
you know what? I don't think he would care.
Probably not. No.
So
is he going to be like he did with that Travis documentary and let us use one of his cars?
that was his brother's car, by the way. That was his brother's baby blue Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Which I think he sold and got a new one already. So
yeah, man, I love Texas, and we all know that. So let's do it.
I mean, yeah, I'll talk to Danny tomorrow. We have training tomorrow morning, so I'll mull it over with him. I'm sure he won't give 2 shits.
I like it. So Ryan, you've been busy these days. How is everything with you?
Oh man. You want me to get into it?
He sounded like Santa Claus when he went, oh ho ho.
Ho ho ho. Let's see. Dealing with health issues, not my own. And just being busy and trying to manage all this stuff. I'm just like trying to drink out of a fire hose, man.
Well, I see that your match with the Calgary team got postponed, so it got pushed back. So that gives you some more time to train.
It could be a blessing because I really want to be, top form at the Arnold's, and I think I will be. It's going to be, it's pushed back a month or whatever it is, and that's fine. I think Jason's making good decisions with the league. But I'll just be getting ready for the Arnold's and doing that. And maybe, just to warm up, there's a tournament in Winnipeg on the 24th of January. I was thinking of just putting my right arm into just to get some timing work in and get tuned up, Feels good. I was doing dips this morning. So,
people are in trouble.
Yeah.
People are in trouble. So you're kind of going through some stuff. Tim's got not 100%. You said shoulder, right?
Yeah, it's the same problem I had back, I don't know, when I pulled Robbie Russell at Monster Factory, 2 years ago. Same injury that just came back, but I'll get some dry needling done, some cupping done, just keep rehabbing it.
Have you
Get a little
considered an
peptides in there,
MRI?
buddy? You're going to put some peptides into that thing?
That's what I just started 2 weeks ago, the BP 157 and TB 500 together, and I thought I was going to test it last weekend, because I was feeling good, and then did some stuff in the gym on Thursday, and I said it's just not ready for them Armenians yet, and I didn't want to risk it, fully tearing, so I'll keep the peptides for another 6-7 weeks, and I should be good to go after that.
So if you can find GHKCU, not GHK, because GHK by itself is pretty worthless. But if you can get it with
letters,
so it's another peptide. So if you can get
GHKCU,
it's got copper, and honestly, it's an amazing healing peptide.
And it's blue.
It is blue. That's because of the copper.
Kind of freaky when you.
But GHKCU, it's actually one of the best healing peptides.
Hold on.
Yeah, it will be blue, but that's because of the copper. But it's
blue pills. Look out!
If you mix it,
GHKCU?
Yeah, if
blue
you mix
injection,
that,
Jody, blue injection.
If you mix it with the BPC TB, it's a great tri blend.
I don't know why the blend's not in there. Hold on.
I have a feeling that this is
GHKCU.
Yeah,
C500 and BP 157.
Yeah, that's an amazing blend.
Yeah, the GHK. Yeah, it's called the Glow.
It's
because it's blue.
It's good for your skin. Makes your skin glow.
This stuff is all over my head. All these letters and numbers and these, dude, I don't even know. TLC 415, all that. I don't even know what all that stuff is. Is the higher number more potent, or is the lower number, or is it the letter closest to Z in the alphabet? Is that more potent?
Yeah.
I don't understand this.
Well, TLC was a group, so
well, whatever,
One of the training partners I used to promote the BST.
What is BST?
Bull shark testosterone.
Oh, dude, I don't even know.
Completely fabricated, but we had one of the guys believing in it.
Yeah, that's a good one, Tim. Yep, that one.
I have that on the way. I had already.
We were talking pharmaceuticals here on the Can-Am Connection.
It's not. They're naturally occurring things in the body. TB 500, BPC 157. It's all naturally occurring. Stuff in your body.
To the level that you are subcutaneously injecting.
You want
to know what I'm taking? I'm gonna show you what I'm taking. Hold on.
Yeah.
Creatine monohydrate.
See how good of a price that is, Nathan?
It's a good price.
Can't find that anywhere.
So creatine is actually a peptide. Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh, I am taking one a day.
It's got to be a multivitamin. It's got to be a multivitamin.
But Jody,
that's all I take. I take my 2 gummies a day. One a day, right? So
don't make me walk in there and pull out every vitamin I take. There's a lot. I'm gonna be coming out like this if I'm walking out here with it.
Be a long walk for me. See the other side.
What we got here? What that say? Overeating makes us ill, and the drug industries make profit. We should go minimize some of the capitalism falls.
I'm not touching that. But
it's true. I
Well,
mean,
okay. Well, okay.
it's not just
Overeating.
overeating; it's what we're eating. But I
I
mean,
was about
that's
to say that.
a whole deep dive into whatever. Like, you guys in the States have different regulations as well. So there's actually things in Canada that are illegal that get put in the food in the United States, if you can believe that.
Oh, I
Really?
know.
That's everywhere in the world. It's
That is in the
it's
world.
banned besides the U.S. I mean, we'll do anything. You know, like I tell everybody that comes to my event that's from international, I said, "Welcome to America, home of the fat. Now let's go eat some food."
You know what I eat? A lot
Yeah.
of wild game
Yeah,
and
I
harvested
mean,
beef.
we have an eating problem. I know I have an eating disorder. I like barbecue. So, you know, a juicy steak, yes. Chicken strips and fries, yes. A good burger, yes. You know, but
Well, food is
more
the
often times
only
than not, it's the portion control, you know?
food is the only addiction in the world where you actually have to keep doing the thing that you're trying to stop in
More
order to
alcohol.
survive.
Well, alcohol, you can die from
You
it.
don't have to keep drinking, but you have to keep eating.
I mean, I mean,
Man, you said
there's
steak. Now
a
I'm like,
debate on that, Ryan. I don't know.
Whether it's an addiction or not.
No, I mean whether you have to keep doing it or not. I mean,
Oh.
depends on what your job is, depends on how many kids you have, if you're married. I mean,
Oh,
there's a lot of
you're
factors here.
talking about the drinking.
see, you guys are over
I'm
there talking. You're over there talking about beef, and I got a ribeye ready to go and sirloin kebabs. See,
Nathan's just showing off his Texas steaks.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that for tonight's dinner?
You wanted me to grab
uh,
steaks. You know what I had last night? I had Wagyu burgers.
I got some
Okay.
of that in the fridge.
I had potato soup, so I'm not gonna even try to compete with y'all. So
I just watched a video about a guy from Texas, and he went there for a visit from some foreign country. Couldn't understand what his accent was from, but he was talking about how the only dangerous thing everyone's warning him it's dangerous in Texas. So the only dangerous thing he found was the portion sizes.
They're ridiculous.
there you go.
They're absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, Vegas says, I stopped drinking alcohol. I'm not even forcing it, just lost interest, to be honest. So
It's a good thing.
for some people, I know as you get older, your tolerance will be like, okay, I can't be doing this no more. When you're 21, 22, you're trying to drink everything in sight because now you're legal age. Let's go try this, that, and then some. And as you get older, you're like, dude, I don't want to wake up to fucking headaches in the morning. I don't want to, you know, have that hungover feeling. I just don't want to feel queasy. You just don't want to feel like that, you know. For me, it's the hard stuff. Now, I can go for some Crown Royal. I got some downstairs. Manitoba's own Crown Royal. I do have that.
Oh, look at those.
What's up, Neil? How we doing today, man?
Oh, what's up, buddy?
No.
How are we doing?
Oh,
So I'm actually doing the dry January, guys. And I might make it.
I just do dry every month because PTSD medication and alcohol don't mix well.
We
Well,
drank a
damn,
lot of beer
Neil.
that one particular day, Nathan.
We
I did-
did.
I did
Like I
try
said,
yesterday.
I can do a couple and it doesn't start making massive chemical imbalances. But if I start partaking in more than a couple, by golly, those things are
I'm pretty sure we did more than a couple that time in Texas when I was sitting there with my arm in a sling.
I was just saying, Nate, we threw down a couple on Saturday night and ate.
yeah, a
AC.
couple. A couple.
Yeah.
Jocelyn
think
had
next
more than a
week-
couple, but that's okay. She deserved it. She won her match.
On the show, I think we'll all wear our Arm Wars t-shirts on the show next week. What do you think?
I got
I'm
like
on.
10 more in the closet.
Yeah.
Mine's
Okay,
in-
I'll wear
mine's
my
in the
Arm Wars
wash.
next week.
What's that?
I got my Arm Wars shirt I'll wear next week.
Mine's in
Okay.
the wash right now. So
Next week, we'll all wear our Arm Wars. I got my hoodie, Arm Wars hoodies. I got t-shirts. So yeah. Can you tell we're fans of Arm Wars? The promotion, yes.
I could even dig out my Arm Wars Sin City shirt from way back.
Oh, the old school one? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? What's this?
You
It's
know what? Listen, when Ray wanted to gloat about his wins over the last year, and he had my face down there on this little picture.
I saw it.
Ray, He knows what's coming. He knows fresh what's coming. I'm coming down in weight. He can't say shit. Bring it the fuck on, coach. Bring it the fuck on.
Is this an official call out?
Bring it on.
It's an official call out, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
I like that.
206 this morning. Bring it the fuck on.
So Neil,
to,
go
Neil,
ahead.
Neil, to your question you sent me this morning, I'll know Wednesday.
I want to know when's the next Arm Wars Extravaganza event.
Yeah.
I'll let Neil say. I know when it is, but I don't know if it's been announced.
Tim's got all the information.
Well, we'll just have to go after dark and then invite Neil on, and we can go from there. Oh, that would suck for everybody.
I'm hoping if it works out right, be going to one event and then right over to England.
Oh, you just told us when it is.
No, I didn't. You don't know what event it is.
There's
Oh,
only a couple of options.
There's a lot.
whatever happened to the Savage Search? That was
yeah.
what, 3 years ago?
Something like that.
Yeah.
4 years ago, something like that. That was fun. That was really fun to do.
Whatever
That.
happened to a lot of things? Whatever happened to class winners that were promised super matches, getting them in multiple different promotions?
What are we talking
Whatever
about,
happened
Willis?
to those things?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh my God. Well, I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me, but
You can nibble though.
Never mind. I know what it is. Never mind. I got it.
yeah.
No, I didn't get it.
I got it. After dark.
Text it to me.
I'll tell you
Text
after
it to me.
dark.
Okay. You can text it to me.
I just texted you guys something. You can get your mouth watering on that.
No, I can't look at it. I'm on my phone, so it'll shut off the stream.
Damn
I do
you,
know
Tim.
there's a steakhouse in Arizona we went to, what was it, a couple years ago? I had a 30-day dry aged ribeye.
Steak 44.
Might have been it, yeah.
Were you with
Excessive.
Danny?
Yeah.
Steak 44. Fucking
Oh.
expensive. So that's gonna be steak 44.
I know what we could test base on. I want Neil's
Like a
I
little
want
house.
Neil's response to this too. So Bowen.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. I need to find another drink for this conversation.
I might need to pour another coffee for this one.
I
So
might actually start drinking for this one. Shit.
I
just-
see.
I just turned off the video. Fuck it. I'm out.
Oh damn! Here we go. I thought Tim had a phone call. So his response, and I'm like going,
Never mind. I'll do a
Okay.
tea.
no, I need more coffee for this one, but I might have to go get it.
I'm doing a tea. Go ahead.
So what do we all think about that? Did everyone see Ryan Bowen's little I'm not gonna call it a tirade. His response.
Journey. You want
to
to go
Baxter.
journey talking about Bogdan?
Well,
Do we all know what we were talking about first of all before we go any further? Okay, I'll fill you guys in. So the latest and greatest, right? Bogdan Stoica. The man's like, okay, rocket ship up to the moon. He's been kicking ass in multiple promotions. Awesome puller, very versatile. And you know, I'm scrolling like I do. And here's Ryan Bowen. All right, what does Ryan have to say this time? So I'm listening to it, and he said some the facts that he felt disrespected by
Robert.
Baxter. Yeah, like in some way, shape, or form. I don't know word for word, but he was alluding to the fact that if Bogdan and Bowen got together again, you know, Bogdan's leveled up, and he would just take him down. And Ryan felt kind of hot about that, you know, and said, you know what, styles make matches. I have Bogdan's number. Matter of fact, and I don't know if this is Ryan kind of fishing his way to get something, you know, but he said something along the lines of, "Hey, Robert Baxter, put your money where your mouth is. You invite me to East First West, you don't have to pay me. You don't have to pay me to get there. However, if I beat Bogdan on your promotion, then you double my pay. What in the actual fuck is going on?
There's a
Kim-
couple things I'll touch on in a second. Let me pour my tea.
Because I'm kind of curious, like, you know,
I don't, it's just it's clout chasing a little bit, and it's interesting that we go. He references the a match where that should have an asterisk next to it, where he's talking about beating somebody where he didn't actually make weight and all that controversy, and referencing that like it was a major accomplishment. And I don't want to take anything away from the guy, but
Well, I mean, he also brought up Chicago, like, oh, I won 2 weight classes at your thing there. Can I just say that he really didn't pull anybody at that event? I was there. Yeah, he pulled some lighter weight guys that came up to pull him, but like, let's say elite level guys at the 115 and the 115 plus, there weren't any there.
he's that big now.
Oh, he pulled the 105 and the 115.
That's what it was, 105, 115. But there really wasn't anybody there. Like he pulled Artem and he pulled Haristo.
He pulled Artem,
like-
who weighed 185. He pulled the Risto that weighed 170. He
Yeah.
tried. That was the one that I cut to 209, and he tried getting me to pull in there. And I'm like, dude, I just cut to 209. I'm not gonna pull against you because he wanted better competition. I think Auden pulled in there. So
Artem pulled in there.
really, he didn't pull anybody true 105 guy. Someone
Or
called,
115.
something like that. And he had some hard matches. So, I mean,
So
when
this
when
is
we speak about Brad Grundy and stuff like that, man, I think it's a good match. I think Brad has a chance to beat him.
so Phil Woody just put up the Arm Wars link. This is the match I believe that he beat. He, as in Ryan, he beat Bogdan.
And
But
he did. Like, there's no taking anything
Yeah.
away from him. Yes, you beat Bogdan that day. Awesome. But the fact of the matter is, Mr. Bowen, you've continuously gone to things and you always end up making yourself an enemy. Like you always find a way to shoot yourself in the foot. Like you just do. Like I don't think anybody can deny it. Like you got back with East versus West for KOT 14 in Istanbul. Cool. You came to Chicago for East versus West. Cool. Then what did you do? You essentially gave Robert and them the finger and went to GVW after you were awarded the opportunity to come back.
and that was a one and done, was it not?
Apparently. But like he does this every time. Like he tries to get back in. Oh, shut up, Drew.
and it usually works.
It does. Because whether we want to admit it or not, Ryan does have a following that will like to see him win or like to see him lose. So
Yeah.
even if he goes out there and just completely lays an egg, people are gonna be like, "See, told you Ryan sucks," or the Ryan fans be like, "Oh, he was just they put him against somebody that was not his caliber," blah 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 blah. It's the same story mulled over 100 times at this point. Like, yes, he
So-
has some big wins. I'm not taking anything away from him
Yeah.
and like what he has accomplished by any means. But at the same time, you can't continuously go around and burn bridges expecting people to just bring you back.
Yeah, I get that. And well, first of all, let's just say we'll play on this side of the fence for a second. Let's just say, okay, let's go ahead and challenge his demands or whatever. And I even hate saying that, but let's just go ahead and challenge the guy's demands. Let's say we do bring him to pull, a Bogdan Stoica. First of all, it comes down to, can he make the weight? Let's start with that first. Can he make the weight? You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. All right. Neil says the biggest issue would simply be the cold hard fact that Bogdan is a 95 kg arm wrestler. Ryan's around 105 and has no aspirations to compete at 95. No emotions, just a factual reality. Yeah.
I mean,
Just
not
uses-
even that. I
just
mean,
needs a magic scale.
I would say he's all of 110. I would say he's all.
Maybe bigger right now. Jesus Christ.
Nah, it just depends on the scale.
everybody feels way stronger at 110 to 115, but we come back to 95 to reality. It's a big difference.
Or when you're 90 and you decide to go to 70, like or 80, that's a big difference too. Like cutting 20 pounds, like you're going to lose something.
Oh yeah. Do you think it's because now that Bogdan's getting all this attention, and rightfully so, that Ryan's kind of going, man, I beat that guy before, so why is he getting all the love and I'm not getting nothing? And maybe it's
100%.
because of the decisions he's made. Maybe it's because of the bridges he's burned. But it's like, okay, Ryan, why are you picking on somebody who weighs a lot less than you do? I don't get that.
Well, we're in the social media age where this person went out and did something amazing, so now I got to try to steal some of that thunder.
But on the flip side of that, maybe it would be nice to see Bogdan get that win back.
That's his decision. It could be a catch weight, whatever, but that'll be his decision though. If he even wants to.
Who's watching the scale?
That's the difference about other people in Bogdan. He doesn't give a shit what that scale says.
He really doesn't. But I'm just saying on the side of Bowen, like, okay, so here's the thing. You don't be so sensitive. Okay, if Robert says, hey, it's the eye test, right? Let's be real. Is the eye test a real thing? I'm going to say yes, because the last time we saw Bog, he's been kicking ass. Last time we saw Bowen, he got his doors blown off at GVW.
Neil said it perfect. Neil said it perfect right there.
Bogdan is on a hot streak and is rightly focused on his progression. Ryan has been unsuccessful at KOTT, EVW in his own outings. So, of course, he is going to look at the high-profile match. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Maybe he wants some of that Bogdan rub back on him, thinking if some way, somehow he happened to get a win, and hell, Ryan can win 3-2, and let's just say all Ryan's win came because Bogdan had elbow foul, whatever. He's going to take that and run with it and go, what about me? What about me? What about me? I guarantee you.
Neil said it both. Like, both guys can arm wrestle. I'm not taking anything away from what Ryan can do on the table. It's just his approach to doing things in promotions and stuff like that by always kind of outing himself is the criticism, right? Like he's came a long way from where he started.
Yeah. Jody, let me ask you this from a wrestling perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What are the two things you need to sell a match? One of these two will sell it alone, but when you put them both together, there's magic.
Yep.
You got to be good on the stick.
You got to have the hero that you want to win.
You got to have a villain.
Heel that you want to lose. And if you find those two things, I bet you he gets the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Ryan Ellinger?
Yeah.
Come pull me, Ryan.
I think that.
Is that another call out?
Interested.
Woo! Tim is hot today. Look out, January 12th. Tim's like, hey, Coach Ray, come see me. Tim called out Ryan the Bull, come see me again. So Tim's fired up already. He's fired up. Is this the call out show? Who we call? Ryan, who are you calling out?
Listen, I don't want to wait for people anymore. Just let me know what tournament everybody's at, and I will fly out to that tournament, and we will pull round one.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, let me ask you from a promoter perspective. Do you not think that a Ryan Bowen versus Bogdan Stoica match would be a valuable thing to have on a card?
Do I think it's valuable?
Do you think it would be a match that people would want to see?
No.
Oh, I disagree completely on this. So,
I mean, who wants to see it?
I don't like the tactic, but I think the match sells.
I don't think it sells.
Tim, Ryan said he wants Sasho.
Here's the thing, guys.
So
I totally get where SB's coming from because
hold on, Jody. So do I, and that's why I'm going to go back and chase him. I'm going to go back to India, and we're going to have another match. Considering I was his hardest match of all of worlds, per his words out of his mouth. And,
who said that?
Sasha.
Okay.
and I'm gonna bust his ass next year. So either way. But I'm
Hey
chasing him.
Tim,
I'm going after him.
did you take one of these 1-a-day vitamins? Because you fired up today, ain't you?
Too.
You better take two.
But no, I'm right. SB, I don't see people. You can announce it, and I don't see why people would like it. I really don't. It's 4 years ago of something that is nothing built up for it to make sense besides a call out on a podcast after Bogdan got a big win, and he's not having a big win right now. So
They
I
build
just
matches
don't.
like that all the time. That's the narrative.
Yeah,
You
I
got
mean,
the villain that has beat the hero in the past coming to challenge him.
I don't know.
I don't agree with the Drew. Ingen and Svetlana would also both pay-per-view. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. And I'll tell you why. And
I'd like it.
I mean, would the match, is it a match that would be nice to see? Yes, but do I think it bolsters your pay-per-view numbers? I don't. And here's why. You have, like, you do have, like, Ingen just pulled Archer, right? He beat Archer. But do I think going, oh, we're going to put this on this is this? But you also have to remember something. Ingen has the non-compete clause, so he actually can't compete anywhere unless it's done like the Archer thing was, which is like
But
under no promotion, stuff like that.
but do
So
you agree that the match would be fun and you'd want to see it? That's it.
I mean, as a purist of arm wrestling, yes, I would want to see it. But to the average person that's tuning into these, they're not going to understand why this match is important.
You got to tell people why they should care and then promote the shit out of that.
I mean, I don't know.
Neil says the truth is that it would hold appeal now or down the tracks. And honestly, right now, it does fuck all for Bogdan. If he doesn't need it, sure. Ryan needs it, and promoters might like it.
Yeah.
So if I'm reading that right, it seems like the way Neil's saying it, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan needs this match more than Bogdan does.
100%.
For whatever reason.
100. No, it's the 100% factual because, like Neil said, he lost at KOT. He got destroyed by Coach Ray at East versus West. I think we all remember that. He just lost his super match at GBW. So, like, you don't have the best winning record when it comes to big promotions. So, of course, he needs something like that.
And we're not going to count the knuckles up.
Here's what I'm going to say about it as well. And this is pretty much no different than I could probably name off 10 guys off the top of my head. You know where some of these people are going to pull. Go find them.
I don't disagree with that.
You know where I'll just, some are confirmed, some are not, but I'll just say, where Coach Ray, Giannis, Sandris, Mario, Bogdan, I'll just name off those 6. You know where they're going to be June 6th. Come pull them. I mean, there's so many chances for these people that want to make a name for themselves or remake a name for themselves, but they want to go, we should have this match, but come find them. Go get them.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the women too, right? You know that they're going to be at Arizona State. Yeah. So if you want to test yourself against the likes of Fia, Catalina, Vicky, people like that, you have plenty of time. You have 6 months to plan for it accordingly.
Go get them.
Yeah, it's like for me, like I can go to Latvia anytime I want and train out there. If I want to pull
June 6th, Aaron.
If I want to pull Giannis, I can fly my ass to Latvia and do it because I have an open invitation. But like, if I didn't have that invitation, what would I be doing? I'd be looking at June 6th going, okay, I'm going to get my chance at Giannis. Maybe.
Okay. And that's just to name a couple. I mean, there's so much more than that,
I think any of the smaller I know Bogdan probably isn't able to do it, but I think if there was some promotion that could put that match on, it's a headliner right now.
So you tell me if an X promoter put it on and say he had 4 other matches, so 5 total matches, How much would you charge for that pay-per-view, and how many people you think would buy it?
Well, I don't know what the numbers are in the current pay-per-view, so I couldn't even answer that question. I know that, you have your pay-per-view formula, which, revolves around a couple of guys. And if they're not there, they drop dramatically. So depending on what the mix is on a card, it might not be a necessary thing. But on a smaller promotion, I think you got a guy that's going to do the work for you, promoting it along the way as well. So still could be a
Right.
winning.
I'll just say a smaller promoter would lose a lot of money.
When I'm saying a smaller promoter, I'm talking about like Mac, for example. Like they're smaller than East versus West, but they're not small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so when you look at, say, Mac, right? Okay, now you got a different table. Does that put an asterisk on it?
I think it does. And I'll say this for the
So
same reason.
Say Bogdan wins. I don't know. Say Brian Bowen wins. Is it because it's on a different table now? So let's
Professionals should be able to adapt.
let's use the promoter that has a WAF standard table. I'll just say
Let's
that.
say Monster Factory.
Okay, Monster Factory.
Good point, Neil.
Monster Factory. So he's going to fly over someone from London and fly over someone from Australia.
No,
Pay
India. Remember, he's in India now.
India, wherever, pay their fee and everything, and you're telling me he's going to gain that $6,000-$7,000 back?
Nope. That's how fucking
The
numbers
math
up
needs
broke
to work.
themselves. Because think about it, and I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback on Tim's comment because, let's just say Mac, right? And SB, you're correct. Mac's not the biggest, but it's still a big, promotion. Totally get that. However, the rules are different because if you notice, if you watch Mac, yeah, the pin pads are different, the elbow pads are different. You can actually start with your shoulder kind of like this. So who does that favor? And if someone gets a win, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, guess what? Hey, if Ryan wins that, let's just say for the sake of argument, Bogdan and Bowen pull out a Mac event, super match, right? Ian Carnegie's doing backflips, right? 300-pound guy doing backflips because he has a match at this event. Now, all of a sudden, if for some reason Bowen gets that win, he will take that and go, hey, guys, look at me. I beat your boy Bogdan, the new sensation. What about me? No. You pulled on a different table, different dimensions, different set of rules. No. Will that happen to 7x7, right? It's no different than when remember I guess now it's 2 years ago when Heidi Cordner pulled Jocelyn at a MAC event, but they changed the rules. Well, because it's a North American rankings, we're going to go by a different set of rules. Well, then that should have went at a different table then. You can't sit there and do a MAC event. And like I said, no disrespect to MAC, right? But I guess my point I'm going with is that you can't sit there and use a MAC as like the end all be all and then have that the rankings where, okay, now you go to a different table with 7x7 pad, different set of rules, and have the same results. That's going to be different.
That's a whole different debate now because what you're kind of saying in a roundabout way is every MAC match has an asterisk because of the rule set in the table.
Well, if you can start with your shoulder like that, yes. They allow you to start with your shoulder like this.
Well, it's also a 13 by 13 pad that has
I like Mac, right? Like I thought it was so entertaining and fun.
Yes.
I do like the table. Now, I don't think that I think they should have their own rankings. I don't think that a rankings match in North America should count on that table, in my opinion.
I'm not poo-pooing on Mac, by the way, people.
I love
the
table. I'm excited to fucking try to pull on it. I want a match on it. I'm excited. I don't think that if I say I pulled, I'll just use Ryan. He's in the chat and he's higher ranked than me. And then if I beat him, I don't think that I should get his rank. I don't think that. I think it should be two different ranking systems because of so many different variables on that table that you can do that you can't do on a WAF per se. So I think that they're just from the pads and everything. I love it. but I think they should have their own rankings. I don't think that it should affect North American rankings.
So I just got a mystery message. I won't say from who, but so somebody that has done that is a promoter, and they said you also, if you want Bowen, you also have to pay for Chetna as well, and all the other stuff that he's going to want for her. So there is
Oh, like give her a match too?
Yeah, so essentially there is nothing to gain from having Bowen
Well,
on there. Isn't
that
simply
why
saying
isn't
that
that why he went to GBWs? Because he
Yeah.
wanted his missus to have a match at EBW, and they said no, so he said no, and then went somewhere else.
100%.
I'm simply saying that the match would be something that I think people would want to see. Now, whether he negotiates his way out of it by putting his price tag too high, that's a completely different thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't. I see what you're saying, SB. I just think that I know Ryan Bowen. If for some reason that happens at Carnegie's event, and let's just say whatever reason Ryan gets the victory, he's going to use that as like, hey, I belong on East vs. West now because I beat him at MAC. It's like it's a whole different set of, like Tim said, variables.
Well, I just use MAC as an example, but I could be anywhere else.
I mean, you can
My
say,
bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on that soapbox. My bad.
You can say this about so many things. Ryan Bowens has wins on Rickard, so like, does he belong in the match?
I mean,
He's
you
first
could also he beat Khaled after Khaled had a war with Schoolboy. Remember? At KOT.
Yeah, because Khaled beat he beat Schoolboy, and then here's Ryan licking his lips, fresh as a daisy. Khaled on the same hand, by the way, which I still don't understand why that happened, but it's whatever.
I thought it was awesome. I had refed it. I thought it was fucking sweet. I thought it was pretty
I
bad.
think-
Right-handed matches.
Khaled said yes. That's the problem. So
Yeah. Well, what the problem was when Khaled said, I can beat you and Schoolboy in the same night on the same hand, and that turned around and backfired heavily.
It was fun to watch.
exactly, it was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch.
Well, I can tell you that from experience, Clifton, Jocelyn has been to 4 events, and I have paid my way to every single one of them to be in her
What did he
group.
ask?
He said it's amazing how many people ask for their significant other to be accommodated as well, like paid for travel and stuff.
You don't ask until you try.
Yeah.
That's a common thing now because some people just ask.
I have a response to that comment and your comment too, Nathan, but that's going to be saved for after dark. So how I roll.
You need to write down these after dark fucking.
Well, you got Tim. You got
Yeah.
enough surface area up there. Just start it right. Oh.
He's gonna tell us why his wife is not invited.
I want to see that on camera.
The Bowen beat Tom Holland after his BS weight in 2. He doesn't deserve the match. And like I said, if you're gonna, it'd be one thing if it's a catch weight, really. And the guys don't agree. It's whatever. I want the match. I don't care about the weight. But when it's like, hey, you got to weigh this much. You have to, out of respect of your opponent and promotion, you got to make the weight, right? Especially if you knew months in advance when it's going to be. Your number one goal is to make that weight.
So I just had a match pop up on my Facebook feed that just got announced. It's not for EBW. It's for the Montana Armbender event.
Yeah.
If you're excited about it, it probably includes a Latvian.
No, it doesn't. Shut up. It is Leif Sorensen.
Mm-hmm.
Looks best of 5 right-handed against Corey Miller. Have fun, Leif.
Wait, what?
No weight cap, best of 5, Leif Sorensen versus Corey Miller. Montana Armbender.
And that will be Valentine's Day, people. Saturday, February 14th. You and your sweetheart go watch the event.
Tim's like, what the hell?
I don't.
Go ahead, Tim. Talk to me.
Speechless.
Leaf's a big dude. So
Yes, he is.
Speechless. I don't know.
So was that like a last minute put together, or was it just like?
Tell me that picture again. Is this the guy I just pulled at Eric Wolf's house?
I don't know. He's the number one in Montana, apparently right-handed.
At what weight though?
Open. It doesn't matter. Whatever weight.
No. How much does Leaf weigh?
Oh, he's bigger than 176.
Well, yeah.
250-ish.
Probably. It's a true, yeah, David versus Goliath is what they're saying.
Right.
But I mean, Corey made a career off beating Giants, so we'll see.
Clifton says he's about 245.
Yeah, he's only got about he's got a normal
I
sized
will
child
say-
on Corey.
Leaf is very strong. But I also say Corey will just hold him in the middle and let Leaf do whatever he wants before he pins him.
You
Clifton
think so? I think they'll
says-
just go flash, flash, flash.
I think the first one will be a flash until he realizes that he's got
Yeah.
it.
Wow. Leaf has the wins on Corey. Yeah, I mean,
Leaf is
There you
actually
go.
a really, really cool fucking dude.
Yeah, but then Clifton said, but Turney and Corey was in multiple classes that day.
when doesn't Corey pull multiple classes at a tournament?
What was it?
But he's not
What was it?
fourth.
Arizona State a couple years ago. Corey pulled supers and took third. I think it
Oh,
was.
he's done that.
Yeah,
many times.
Anthony took first. The guy from Australia, I can't remember his name, took second, and Corey took third.
Hey, you guys, the Indian match was supposed to be his retirement match, correct?
Yeah, now he's talking about making a left-handed return and everything else I saw.
Yeah, I see he's gone back on that now.
So, do you damage your legacy when you do that kind of stuff? Hey, this is my last match, and everyone's like, okay, and all of a sudden, nah, just kidding. I'm going to the other hand now. I mean, I know this sport can be so addictive that you can say, you know what, I don't think I have it enough in me. I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits, or this might be my, go home send off match, and all of a sudden, when that thing comes and goes, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I feel kind of good. Maybe I can still give it one more shot. Does that tarnish people's legacy?
I don't think so, but I think it's a little odd when you say, you have this as your last match. You get a win and everyone wants to go out on a win, but then you get the win and you feel good, so you want to keep going.
Yeah. It's the same thing with John, right? Like when John said it was essentially a retirement match against Yoshi, but now John's coming, John's feeling good again. He had the surgery and
John,
you know.
Well, I say arm wrestlers
I'm
never
not saying he's
retire,
gonna
they just take
pull.
breaks.
You don't think John will ever pull again?
No, I think he probably will.
Tim's over there shaking his head.
My honest opinion, I think if John had it his way, the way he went out against Yoshi, I don't think he wants to end his illustrious career like that.
I don't think he cares.
I don't
No.
think it defined anything.
I mean,
legacy
his-
is intact.
I
He can
think-
still
I think
pull
that-
for the next 5 years, and his legacy is already cemented.
I think his a couple appearances a year, like what he's coming over to Vienna, enough to keep him around, but know that he's retired. I think he'll be happy with that.
I think he's just happy now that he's not in as much pain as he was, because Arlington, he was bad. Like for those that weren't around him, his back was not in a good way there.
Well, the thing is with, you go to the amateur side of the sport, if you're focused on like WAF, if you're focused on IFA or whatever you want to do, you can essentially arm wrestle forever because you just keep aging into different classes. So the elite guys are the ones that, tend to focus on other things, and when they can't pull at that level,
I have a question.
sure.
If you're a promoter and you run your tournament, everybody runs it different, right? Amateurs first, pros first, super matches first, whatever. If you happen to run it like pro first, and you have a guy who wins that pro class,
Mhm.
but he's also signed up an amateur, do you
He's
let
not
him
pulling
pull?
amateur. No,
I wouldn't think
Why
so.
would you?
no. Why?
Why
You
would-
just
also,
you
why
just
would
won
you-
the pro class.
Why would you do the pro first?
After
Well,
that,
hey, I'll say this though.
right?
So
It just happened.
I'll say this: and I just had this conversation last week on the show. I can't remember who I had, but I said that the problem with that is that we'll use Espy. if he's in the pro class, left hand, and he's in the supers, and damn it to hell, we all know we start with the amateur classes first. That's 54, 76, 98, 220, 242 in the supers in the amateur. Then you got to have the masters at some point. Then you got to have the ladies at some point. Then you go to the pro, and you still got to go from the lightest to the heaviest. Now, I'm sitting up here like going, fuck. Espy's like going, dude. And then it just drags on. So I understand why you might want to do open first to kind of go, okay, hey.
I like pro first personally. That's just for me.
But to answer your question, Tim, I kind of have two answers. Number one, if you won the pro, why would you even want to continue to pull the amateur? And
I mean, I know
if you had any hard matches, you might actually lose in the amateur. Then how does that look?
I mean, I understand why a promoter would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, if you're an amateur guy and you just watch the guy that won pro come into your class, yeah, it's a bad look.
The promoter's doing it because of this.
The rule of thumb that I've ever started at arm wrestling was you are allowed to pull amateurs until you win 3 state championships on that hand or 1 nationals on that hand. And then you have to go pro after that. That's what I've always been told. You're allowed to pull amateurs if you haven't won 3 state championships or 1 nationals.
This is an age-old debate.
Yeah.
Because suddenly you have someone from another country coming in and pulling, and there is no state championships that they've been exposed to. Or let's say pick an elite guy that still goes to WAF. Name one.
Jeff Hale.
In what class?
Jeff Hale. Okay. Let's say, well, you take an elite guy that goes to WAF or goes to their national championship and they dominate every single year, but you got a guy nipping on his heels the whole time, getting second place to him year after year after year. And he's good enough to beat just about anybody except that one guy that happens to be from his country. Now you're going to say that guy can pull amateur as long as he wants.
No. You've podium on the fucking on the world stage. Why the hell would you want to go backwards?
Well, my thing with it is like,
that's not what he said.
Okay. No, that's not what he said.
He's talking about the guy who takes second to the elite guy at states every year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I misread that.
He may be elite himself, but he's, always on the heels of this guy, and you just can't get over that last guy. He's probably a pro, but he's going to be allowed to pull amateur year
from a promoter's perspective.
I get it.
I get like, okay, that's money coming in, so you kind of like look, oh yeah, well, they're still an amateur, so they can still do it, and we're still making money. It's the same way. It's like, I will say I love the way Eric does the Ottawa Open. There's no multi-classing. There isn't. And that's why the mint goes so much faster, because you're not waiting on this person at this table to go to this table and this table, that table, yada, yada, yada. I love that too. I know why people don't do it, because, the more people that multi-class, the more money you make. Got it. But I still don't, I would not, from a personal perspective, I wouldn't allow the person that just, let's say they ran over everyone in pro, to then turn around later or the next day or whatever and pull the amateur class, knowing that they just killed all the pros. Just my opinion.
Yeah, the Nightmare says, I thought, what about doing the weight classes amateur into the pro, the next class? Has that ever been done? I'm asking from ignorance.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
Well, I've actually ran a tournament where I did, because I skip every other weight class, right? So I did 54, 98, 242, and then you do 76, 220s in super, right? So I've actually ran it 154, 198, 242 amateur left, and then I did those same classes pro left. And then I went the next weight class left, and then so on. So I've done it where I ran 3 amateurs, and then I ran the 3 same pros right afterwards, and then go to the 76, 220 supers left amateurs, and then same with pros, and then you go to right. So I've done it in every other. The problem is you get everybody bitching that they're in both classes, and
they signed up for it. They shouldn't be bitching.
But I'm gonna be tired for my 76 class. Well, you shouldn't have signed up for it.
But the thing is, when you do it that way, you are running the amateur first, then you run the pro second, but you just run them back to back. So it actually keeps the pros not having to wait all day long.
Yep.
And it actually, I kind of like it. I personally do like it. I like it because then you can run all pro left and all pro amateurs left all the way to a champion, and then you can have your little break and then you go right. But then pros already pull on the left. So I like it.
So the way Eric does the Ottawa Open is you run, let's say, 54, 76, 98, 220s, right, on 4 tables. As soon as the left class is done with that, switch right over to right and you run the same classes. Then you're completely done with those weight classes. And then you go into left-handed, what you have left. And then run those, switch it over, run right. There was no breaks. It was just like, you're going to go nonstop and have extra refs to sub in to give people 15-minute breaks here and there.
No, I mean it's all good. I just know that
Yeah.
and a lot of it depends on how many tables you're working with. Like how many you expect to get at your event, how many tables you're working with. If you got 3 tables, 4 tables, then you won't wait as long because we're just blowing by. But if you got 2 tables and it's like going okay, and you got like over 200 people, you might want to consider getting a 3rd table.
Or have refs that can move matches along in a rapid fashion as well, because if you have refs that aren't super experienced or lower level, then they take forever to set up matches as well.
And maybe it's more of okay, how many people you got working the brackets? Does that person can they run it by themselves? I know people that can sit there and run that bracket like that by themselves, but then there's other people may want a second, person. Okay, hey, let me help you out here or whatever. So.
Jody, I got a really good idea.
Yes, sir.
It's an hour and 12 minutes. Let's go to After Dark.
All right. On that note, everybody, Magnificent Monday. We're putting a bow tie on this. It's been nice. And you know what? One of these days, if you go ahead and Venmo all 4 of us $250 a piece, you can find out what we can talk about on After Dark. So until then, everybody, thanks for joining us.
Also, anybody in the chat, if they have anything they want us to talk about, just send us a DM. We'll talk about it next week.
There you go. I'll be live later on.
We have
Check
February
me out.
coming up too, people.
Live.
February's coming up. DM us the events you know about in February so we can put them out as well.
There we go.
All right, everybody.